Hello and welcome to Danny Boy Golf. I am here at Falmouth Golf Club today. This is a cross between a parkland and a links course. It was founded in 1894 and it's an 18-hole course. Playing off the whites is 5,822 yards, which is what I'm going to be playing off today. This first hole is a slight dogleg left to right. It's a par 4 at 305 yards. So without further ado, I'm going to tee off and let's see how low I can go today. So with it being a dogleg left to right, I want to play it up the middle of the fairway, maybe fade it in a little bit if I can, but you don't want to go too far right because you'll be blocked out with all these trees. So a good tee shot straight or slightly left. That's straight up the middle of the fairway. Just rolled off into the left hand rough, but that'll give me a good second shot in. Second shot into this par 4. Got about 70 yards left in. It's quite open. There's a bunker to the right that I can see. I've avoided the bunker in the middle of the fairway there. Just gonna, wind is slightly right to left, maybe a little bit into us. So I'm just gonna play it to the front of the green, try and get it to roll on. That's just gone round the trees and it's on the left hand side of the green, so at least I've got a good birdie putt chance to start with. Right, I found myself on the front left hand side of the green. Greens are looking immaculate today. I've got a slight uphill to start with and it's going to break left to right. Let's see how fast these greens are and see if I can get this in for a birdie. Oh, just missed it for a birdie. Just brushed the right hand side of the hole, but I've got a 2-foot putt for par to kick off this course. And there we have it, par on the first hole. Let's move on to the next. Hole number 2. Hole number 2 is a par 3, 150 yards from the whites. It's a nice straightforward hole. You got bunker left and 2 bunkers on the right guarding this green. So a good tee shot. If you're going to miss short left, that'll give you a good shot in for your second. But hopefully you can get it onto the front of the green. Pin looks like it's at the front, so this is definitely a birdie opportunity. That's just on the front left of the green. Just off the left front of the green. I'll have an easy shot in from there. Second shot. I've just missed the green short left. Left myself about a 20-foot, 15-foot putt for birdie. Greens are quite quick, so I'm just going to give it a nice gentle roll. It looks like it's going to break left to right. Let's see what I can get. Didn't hit it. Did not hit it. Giving myself a 4-foot putt for a par now. And he gets it. That's a nice par. Hole 3 is 496 yard, par 5, slight dog leg left to right. Want to play it down the left hand side to avoid any of the trouble. Just pushed it slightly right, but I should be okay with that one. Right side of the fairway, might be a bit blocked out. Right, second shot into this par 5. I'm a bit blocked out by this big tree on the right, so I'm just going to play one up the left hand side to give myself a nice layup, and hopefully I'll get a third shot into the green. I've still got about 300 to go from here, so it's quite a long way. I've gone through the tree, which I didn't want to do, and I might have a shot for my third, but let's go down and have a look. I found my ball, right hand rough, it's sat down a little bit. I've left myself about 60 to 70 yards in. I'm going to take my 54 degree, try and get under it and get onto the green. There is a big tree on the right that might be blocking it out, and there's a good bunker short left which is guarding the front of the green. So this will require an accurate shot into the green, even if you're on the fairway. That's a great strike. That's just got onto the green, just probably rolled to the back of the green. So my ball's off the back of the green for 3. It's off the back of the green for 3. I'm putting for a birdie on this par 5. You really need a good approach shot to get on this green or on the back of it, especially with the bunker guarding the front. This is going to be uphill slightly to start with, breaking from right to left. I just didn't break. Putting for a par. So it's going to be pretty straight putt this. Just pulled it. That's the first bogey of the day. Hole 4 is a par 3. It's 231 yards from the whites. So quite a long par 3. Out of bounds to the right, if it goes over the hedge to the right. It's all downhill, so let's see if I can hit one straight down the middle. There's a bunker left and a bunker short right. But if you can play it down the middle, accuracy over distance on this one, it should roll down nicely. Pin is right at the back on the back left corner. That's a great strike. It took a big bounce to the left and it's just rolled off through the back of the green. Hopefully it's not rolled off too much, and hopefully I can have a chip or a putt for a birdie. Okay, so I found my second shot just past the green, just after this cart path. I'm gonna just chip it onto the front of green, hopefully let the rough snag it up and give myself a chance for a par. Not too bad, about a 4 foot for a par. Alright, so punt for a par. Quite a tricky 4 foot putt here. Wind strong, whether that's going to affect it or not, I'm not too sure. Just need to give this a good roll. And as I said earlier, it's important to get these pars on the par 3. Just missed it right. Tap in for another bogey. Not an ideal hole that. Disappointed. Tee shot was too far. Poor second shot and a very terrible putt, to be honest. But we move on to the next. Alright, hole 5 is a par 4. It's the hardest hole on the course according to the card. It's 332 yards uphill, dogleg right to left. You can't see the green from here, but you want to be aiming to get it to the gap in the wall, and that will give you a good second shot into this hole. Anything too far left, you're going to be in deep trouble with a lot of trees. Right is a good miss because it's wide open, a lot more room down the right hand side. Wind is into slightly right to left, so that would help me keep it down the right hand side of this fairway, but it's going to hinder me getting the distance I need. There's a good tee shot down the middle of the fairway, just curling off to the left hand side of the green, off the left hand side of the fairway. Should have a nice second shot in there. I haven't gone too bad up that left hand side of the fairway. It's going to make it a shorter approach. Okay, I found my ball in the left hand side rough. I got myself 150 left in. It's a blind second shot from here. If I was further right on the fairway, I would be able to see in nicely. So the line for me is just over this bit of a wall here, keeping it right of that bush. I'm going to take a 7-iron because it's still uphill. There are a couple of bunkers up there that I've kind of seen surrounding the green, but we're not going to see them until we get up there. So just a nice smooth swing, get it over this wall. That's a good line. That should be on the green. Let's go find out. Right, so I found my ball it might have just rolled up onto the green slightly and back down to here. I got myself a birdie opportunity. The apron of the green is cut nicely, so I'm going to putt it. It looks like it's going to break slightly right to left, so I'm just going to give it a nice smooth roll, try and get it in, or at least give myself a chance for a par. Oh, it hit the hole, so I kept it out. So just to tap in for a par. 6 is a par 4, 333 yards off of yellow, off the whites. It's a nice straightforward par 4. If you play it down the right hand side, the fairway slopes from right to left, so it will bring it more into the middle of the fairway for you. Trees are surrounding left and right, so this is where accuracy is best. And that's straight down the middle of the fairway. Gonna give myself a good chance of getting on the green for 2 here, and hopefully another birdie opportunity. Right, second shot into this par 4, middle of the fairway. I'm going to just flags at the back in the middle, so I'm just going to play it to the back right hand corner. Got about 60 yards left in. I've just crept onto the front of the green. Right, so I've just made it onto the front edge of the green. Didn't quite hit hard enough on that second shot. Left myself a long putt for birdie. It's going to break from right to left. So I'm just going to give it a good hit up there and get it close enough for a par. There's a good line. Good pace. It was a good pace. Decent line. Just broke a little bit more than what I thought it would. But I've got about a 3-foot putt for par. So unfortunately that's a bogey on this hole. Hole 7 is a par 3, 179 yards. There's a bunker left and right guarding this green. So I'm just going to play it to the right hand side of the green. See what I can do. Drifting left. That's on the green. Roll into the back left hand corner of the green. Okay, so I found my ball just clinging onto the side of the green for dear life. I've got a good birdie putt opportunity here. Awkward stance, but hopefully I can roll this in, or at least get it close for a tap in par. Just broke up the last second, but it's a tap in for a par. Right. Hole 8 is a par 4, 309 yards, straight down the hill. Wind is blowing from left to right. You got a bunker just on the left hand side of this fairway, and you got trees blocking your approach shot. This is going to be a very interesting hole to play. Let's see if I can get a good drive down there. It's a good drive down the right hand side. Wind's just pulling it more to the right. We'll go down there and we should be able to find that and see what sort of second shot I've got. Right. I found my ball in the rough. I've avoided the right hand bunker. I've got a bit of an overhanging tree in front of me. Everything looks like it's going to kick from left to right, so I'm just going to play it just to the left of this big tree, play it short, let it roll down over the banks and onto the green. That's a good strike. I've landed it where I wanted it to. It's just trickled down onto the green, so let's go find it. Alright, my second shot has just come up short of the green. Didn't quite make it down this bank. So I'm going to putt it. Got nothing to worry about really. I'm going to take it out to the right, let it roll down the bank. Let's see if I can get close. That's about 5-6 foot away. I just had to wait for the tee box in front of me to tee off before I could make this putt. It's going to be a quick putt. Should be pretty straight for par. Straight in the middle of the cup. Hole 9 is a par 4, 365 yards off of the whites. It's a straightforward hole. It's a blind tee shot down into a valley. You can see the green in the distance. It requires a good straight tee shot on this one. And that's straight down the middle of the fairway. May even just be slightly right of the fairway. It just drifted slightly to the right of the fairway with the wind. But that was a great strike. Let's go down and find it. I found the ball down the right hand side of the fairway, just in the rough. I'm blocked out by the trees here, so I'm going to hit a 7-iron. Just keep it nice and low underneath the trees. Try and run it up onto the green. Going to play it off of the back foot to keep it lower and just stab it up there. I just overhit that. It's gone off to the right hand side of the green. Hopefully I'll be not too far on the back of the green. Alright, so my second shot has just ran through the back of the green to off the right hand side. Pin is right at the very front, so it gives me more green to work with here. Just going to play a nice soft one. Try and just drop it over the slope, which is just before the flag. See if it can roll down to the pin. It's rolled on a little bit more than what I wanted it to, but at least I got a putt for par. So I'm putting for par. Unfortunately, my tee shot was just too far right. Couldn't have a decent second shot in from there. Let's try and roll this in for par though. Get in! Straight in the middle of the hole for a par. I needed that desperately. And that will finish a very good front 9.
So, 3 over on the front 9 here at Falmouth Golf Club. Wind is strong on this cross between a Parkland and links course. I apologise for any audio interference. Please follow the link below to check out Falmouth Golf Club and all they have to offer, and thank you to them for having me. Please like, subscribe for free, hit the notification bell, and I hope to see you all on the next video.